Today is Saturday, so that means the students are not in school, which kind of explains why the traffic isn't so bad right now. I was wondering why, because I'm always doing things on the weekdays when there's a lot of activity. I'm not used to seeing campus empty. It's not quite empty yet. I think this is the last week of the semester. I'm also not used to driving in the middle of the day either, or in the morning. There's Boone Pickens Stadium off to the left that we just passed. A couple of other places. This is going right through the middle of the Oklahoma State University campus here in Stillwater. Oh. Well, I want to welcome everybody to the channel for those who have subscribed recently because of the radio station tour video. And there'll be more. There'll be more broadcast related stuff. I know some people kind of got clued in that eventually I'd end up moving back to Tennessee, and that it will happen. Don't know when exactly, but I still have another month or so here before I leave. My lease doesn't end until June, the end of June. I've spent my last day in that god-awful place. I hate that place. That apartment complex I moved to was probably the worst idea I think I've ever had. Probably the reason why I'm still sick. Because I've been sick just about every day I've been here. OSU's cross-country team's out here practicing. Whatever. Take it for what you will. I see them all the time. It's one of the cool things about living so close to campus. You see all this activity. This is kind of cool. A lot of human social interaction opportunities. So they got this music festival here in town called Calf Fry, and it's apparently a really, really big deal. Don't worry, I'll tie this into something else here in a minute. But I wanted to go by there and see just how big of a deal this festival really is. They've been advertising it, touting it for a long time. It's 3 days of red dirt music, I think. And for some reason they call it Calf Fry. Don't ask me why. But this place is almost unbelievable right now. The amount of activity, the amount of vehicular traffic, it's just everywhere. And I honestly couldn't believe how many people are visiting from out of state to come to this music festival. It's nuts. You ought to see it. It's wild. It's not very often that you can find a small town like this that has all the conveniences of a larger city. It's actually nice. But with all the modern conveniences of a bigger city in a small town atmosphere, the economy here is actually pretty bad. Most everything here is service industry. They have a tourist and service industry economy here, which makes finding a job not the easiest thing to do, and that's one of the things that I struggled with when I moved here, was finding work. I already had a job lined up, but it was going to be another 5 months before I was able to work for them, and then I started working for them, and it ended up being everything that it shouldn't have been. So it's been an absolute disaster, and I probably wasted more money trying to deal with them to the tune of about $15,000, not counting my medical expenses, and failed attempts of trying to do something that was never ever going to go in the first place. Here's Calf Fry. This is Tumbleweeds, where Calf Fry is held. buses, campers. Look at all the tour buses. Wow, that is massive. I didn't realize how big of a venue this is. It doesn't look that big. Oh, come on. Transmission's a piece of junk. Wow. I think they even set up cellular on site just for this event. That's how big it is. Crazy, isn't it? People really still have not been able to figure out how the word four-way stops. This is the last day of Cat Fry. I really was expecting them to call me in my workplace and go to work, but somehow they managed to handle it without calling me in. So that's a good thing, because I'm sure it was really busy. Some of the other things that I plan on doing, especially for those who have followed me over from the old channel, have been following me on this platform for as many years as I've been on it, we'll be doing videos of the drive from here in Stillwater to Gallatin. That's about 750 miles, so there will be some excerpts that you can watch of me driving. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that, considering the limitations that I have technology-wise. So I thought I had more micro SD cards in here. Maybe I don't. Well, I guess I'll have to find them. If I do, they're somewhere. And then many more things. Commenting on the responses of the radio station tour video. A lot of people have made a lot of comments on it, which I do appreciate. But it brings up a lot more commentary that I think needs explanation. So I want to talk about that. And that will be coming up here pretty soon. That will be actually the next video, I believe, until we get some more severe storms so I can test out my EAS settings. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. One of the things obviously is I want to do a tour of this place, and something that I was going to do when I first moved here, and then I didn't really have a lot of time. I had to get everything in here as quick as possible, or else I was worried about it was going to get stolen. And in fact, I really didn't have to worry about it too much. But if I was to do it now, I would, because things have really gone downhill a lot since I've been here. It's gotten so bad that people are filing out of here. I see moving trucks, 2 or 3 each week, that come through here, people moving out, not moving in. And there's a good example right there. Yeah, nobody wants to be here. Not anymore. It's a product of bad management and a CEO that runs the company that owns this place, and his neglect. There's a lot of the reason why. But you'll know exactly what that is when I do a video about this place. It is really that terrible. I've never seen anything like it in my life. So thanks to all of you who have subscribed. At least now you know, for the most part, what's coming up between now and year's end. Because as I've talked about before, I work way too many hours, and I'm also trying to go to class. Because I have to work so many hours, I can't take a whole lot of classes. So this is going to be something that it's going to take forever. I think I'll be dead by the time I graduate college because it's taken so long. But yeah, I have some plans coming up. Got some good ideas, and I'll be talking about those. I also do have a podcast called Everyday Tracks. Unfortunately, YouTube will not allow me to link it in the video description, so you'll just have to search for it. Anyway, thanks, and I'll see you soon.